Good. Okay. Still hear us okay, Commissioner Gardner?
Yes, I can.
Okay, we will call to order this Board of Commissioners meeting on September 18th at 2:12 p.m. I will suspend the rules as there are only two commissioners present. We typically start these meetings with a prayer reading or thought followed by the pledge. Bert Garfield is going to give us the opening prayer reading or thought, and then Katrina Cole will lead us in the pledge.
Our dear Heavenly Father, we thank Thee for all the many blessings we have. We thank Thee for the rule of law and our system of government, that we can elect leaders and progress the causes and make improvements to our county government. We thank Thee for the Constitution that is developed and established to have a peaceful form of government. At this time, we ask a special blessing upon Tom Sakovich as he has resigned due to health conditions. We ask to have a special blessing upon him that he can get the medical care he needs, to bless his family as they adjust to his health condition. And we thank Thee for this opportunity to meet together, and we thank Thee for all those that serve in the military and our first responders. And we say these things in the name of Jesus Christ. Amen.
Amen. Thank you, Bert.
Please join me in the pledge. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you, Bert and Katrina. First item, recognition. We want to recognize Mackenzie Stevens for designing the 2024 Utah County General Election logo for I Voted stickers and pins. Aaron, are you going to lead us in that?
So the Utah County has kind of a tradition to create a unique sticker. And we've had some really unique stickers, and Mackenzie Stevens submitted a sticker that we chose this year, and it's really fun. I don't know if you've seen it, but it has, the typical stuff, Utah County 2024 general election. But in the middle, it has like this checkbox, and it says yard work, do dishes, vote. And the vote has a check mark. So it was just kind of a play on what would you rather be doing yard work or dishes or going and vote. So it's just kind of very creative. And so we want to just give her special recognition. So if Mackenzie, if you want to come up. And we put an official certificate together for you. And we'd like to present that to you and give you your 4 copies of your of your sticker. They want to have us take pictures.
Oh, great.
Yeah.
Do you have a speech, Mackenzie? I don't blame you. Come out on that side.
Ready? 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3.
Say thank you. Well done. Thank you again. Well done, Mackenzie. All right. Moving into our next agenda item is a public hearing on CMC Rock's notice of expansion of vested mining rights in the Jim Gay mine to other properties in the unincorporated area of Utah County. Before we go into public hearing, Dale, did you have anything you wanted to note or mention?
I don't think so.
Okay, terrific. Okay, I would entertain a motion to go into public hearing.
Yeah, I'll make a motion to go into public hearing.
Okay, second. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Okay, we are now in public hearing for this item. We ask that you keep your comments to 3 minutes or less, and please state your name for the record, and just come up to the mic here if you're here to address the commission. Okay, seeing none, I would entertain a motion to go out of public hearing.
Motion to close public hearing.
Okay, second. All in favor, say aye. Aye.
Aye.
Okay, we are now out of public hearing. Next, we will build our consent agenda. Is there anything on consent of those 26 items that you would like to hold to discuss?
I do not see any.
Okay, and I have none. Building on that, regular agenda items 1 through 9. I would like to hold item 4. Do you have any others in that?
Nothing. Double checking. No, I'm good on that.
Okay. And then 10 through, let's go through 17. Any items on the property tax, item 13,
Yes.
actions? Okay,
we
so
hold that one?
hold item 13. And then 17.
Do we want to highlight 17? That was
Yeah.
what I was about to ask.
Yep. Any others?
Okay. Nope, that's all for me.
Okay. And then we will strike 18, 19, 20, and 21 as there are no closed sessions today.
Great.
Okay.
Commissioners, you need to hold 14.
Oh. We need to hold 14.
Yeah. You have to
Thank you,
receive
Deb.
evidence.
Oh,
Okay.
okay.
We will hold regular agenda items number 4, number 13, number 14, and number 17, and we will strike 18, 19, 20, and 21.
Terrific. Thank you, Jillian. So item 4 of the regular agenda. Let's see. Looks like Katrina might have helped us with this. Just wondered if there was some are these major changes. Are these?
I'm not sure if there's major changes. My understanding is under the HR policies, the commission has to approve any departmental policies that have to do with employment. And so since these are just the assessor's general policies that touch on employment, they do need to be approved by commission. Ralph Barnes, the HR director, has reviewed them and has approved them, and Bert has anything to add.
Okay. Did you have anything to add, Bert? I don't have any specific questions.
No, there's nothing there's nothing that contradicts our current policies. It's
Okay.
just writing something up specific to our office. It was debatable if we really needed to bring this up with the commissioners, but we figured to be safe, we would. But Ralph Barnes reviewed them and said they look good, and so that's what they're here for.
Okay. And your employees they're aware of the changes.
I told them,
Okay.
I didn't get too far because I said, if the commissioners don't like them, then we might not have them, so.
Okay.
But they know about them, yeah.
Okay. Any
Yeah.
questions, Commissioner Gardner?
No, my question was, had HR reviewed them? And I didn't see, excuse me, I didn't see anything that stuck out, but I'm not an HR professional. So I just wanted to make sure that that our human resources had reviewed them. And if they have, I'm fine with them, and I'm good to make a motion to approve item number 4.
Okay, and I'll second that. All in favor, please say aye. Aye.
Aye.
Thank you. Okay, item 13, the property tax actions. Mr. Adam Beck.
Thank you, Commissioners. Adam Beck, County Attorney's Office. On the spreadsheet that we had provided there, the first two items, Jeffrey Bell and the estate of Paul and Paula Dearden. I made a recommendation, but I wanted to amend my recommendation. The recommendation was to deny the refund of the 2022 and 2023. To be consistent with other appeals that we've done previously, we wanted to recommend refunding the 2023 on both of those, but not the 2022. The refund on the Jeffrey Bell would be $6,393.80, and then on the Dearden matter, the refund would be $1,782.91. So yeah, that's just consistent with what we've done with some of the other items on this agenda item and how we've done it previously as well.
Okay. And any updates or questions on any of the others?
I am not aware of anything else that needs to be brought up. The Dearden family may be here. Do you have any interest in?
I apologize if I cry. The reason that the forms weren't filled out correctly was my dad was dying in 2022, and then my mom died in 2023. So the paperwork just kind of got shuffled around. My aunt has lived in that house for 15 plus years. And so it was literally just a piece of paper that didn't get a check mark on. So I have two disabled sisters that I'm trying to take care of. It would mean a great deal to the estate if we could get that refund back. But that's what was going on, was my dad was dying, and then my mom turned around and died 10 months later.
Sorry for your loss.
That's okay.
Thanks
Thank you.
for working with staff. Thank you. Anyone from Jeffrey Bell by chance that had any? Okay. Any others that you are aware of on this sheet?
No, I think that's everything, Commissioner.
Okay. Any other questions or concerns from you, Commissioner Gardner?
No, I didn't have any.
And are you good to...
I appreciate the effort to be consistent with other recommendations, and I'm good to approve with the modified recommendations from the attorney's office.
Okay. I can second that. All in favor, please say aye. Aye.
Aye.
Okay. Takes care of item 13. Thank you. And 14, Dale, approve or deny the expansion of vested mining rights.
Yes, it's before the commission to make that determination. There's a lot of information in the record, perhaps enough for you to just rule right now. You do need to make the finding that they are a large mine operator, licensed and permitted by the state. They also have an existing vested mining use in the mine out there, and they want to expand to these other parcels. The commission needs to make the finding that the new land is one of three things: contiguous and related in mineralization to the current mine; 2, contains minerals that are part of the same mineral trend; or 3, is a geologic offshoot of the current mine. And I know the CMC owner has a short presentation. If you have questions, he's here to answer those, but that's the finding we need to make today.
Okay. So let's see, somebody from CMC.
Commissioners, thanks for having us today. My name is Todd Cusick. I'm the owner of CMC, Construction Materials Company. We are the mine operator in question. I have lots of information to share with you, and we can go to whatever level and depth you would like, all the way from general land positions to general geologic information, right down to assays of minerals and chemical qualities, if you'd like. We can go to whatever depth you'd like today. I have it all. It's on a PowerPoint presentation, and the folks here were kind enough to get me onto the Zoom link, and I don't yet have permission to share. I think it needs to be granted. Oh, okay. This is Sam, my son, and
And
as you
your-
can tell, the
your
younger
IT specialist.
Yeah, the younger generation's the IT
I'm just happy
specialists
you
in
can
all
open
cases.
his computer.
As we get that set up, I just, for the sake of efficiency and brevity, I have an extensive background in minerals and in mining with my time at Caterpillar, and the initial reports that I saw all indicate the same vein. So, regardless of public opinion, I recognize that the law states that if this is the same vein, we have an obligation to approve it. And having looked at the preliminary reports, my understanding is that, and I would be prepared to vote on it. But I'm also more than happy to hear the presentation and and make sure that we get everybody's questions answered. I just, for the sake of efficiency, wanted you to know that having looked at preliminary reports, I find that the law is in your favor. I don't know if Commissioner Gordon has had a chance to do that as well.
I think the only thing that I would want to maybe discuss or address is it seems to be a trend of truck traffic in our neighboring communities, and just how we address the truck route for, the mining operations. Is
Sure.
that part of your presentation?
Well,
or is
it
that
can
some-
be. I can address
Okay.
that. In fact, I've addressed that here before this commission. I'm sorry neither one of you were here. It was back when Bill Lee was sitting where you're sitting, and others. This approach of expanding the vested mining rights of the Jim Gay mine onto the properties owned by Waldo addresses exactly what you're talking about. We are not interested in a mining company in hauling our material further than it needs to be. All it does is add cost, environmental impact on the communities, the roads, et cetera, et cetera. Allowing us to access the materials available closer to the use point is the key. And that's exactly what this does. Waldo has over 3,000 acres on Lake Mountain, one of the largest private landowners. And all of that has good mineable material that can be used for the expansion of roads, subdivisions, and all the developments that we're currently involved in. In fact, one of the first projects you talked about today, the county road on 8,000 North, we are the material supplier to that project. And in order to bring down the cost for the county and to make us competitive, frankly, in winning that contract, we opened a new mine site that it's 1,200 feet from your road, for the purpose of cutting down on hauling material. And so that's what this is all about. If you look at the land position that's in the presentation, you'll see that it gives us options to take material virtually all the way from the north end of Lake Mountain to the south end. And in doing so, we're not interested in increasing our own costs. We will go to the locations that make the most sense and mine from there and take it to the locations that make the most sense to deliver it to. And so it addresses exactly what you're talking about. And I believe that was the intent of Section 17 of the Utah Code, was allow the resources that are best placed to be used for those purposes.
Thank you. That helps address that. I mean, that seems to be probably one of the bigger issues with, heavy truck
Yeah, I
traffic.
think the vast majority of the issues that I have heard is that heavy truck traffic and how it impacts neighborhoods and any potential impact on roads or local roads that maybe aren't designed and rated for significant heavy loads and a constant rate, right? And so those are really the areas that that I had any concern. Not necessarily the does this qualify, because I can see under the geological surveys that it does. Mine was, what steps are being taken to ensure that you're a good member of the community and a good neighbor, and ensuring that any potential road damage from truck traffic and or safety concerns are being addressed by the community.
The very first topic that was addressed for roads today that Richard brought out, that project that I just mentioned, the material will travel from the ownership of the Holbrook family, where we're authorized to mine, along with the Trust of Lands and Administration properties, a total amount of 0 feet to get to your project. So none of the roads that otherwise would have been impacted, Highway 73, Redwood Road, all of the other roads, the communities in between where other sources are available and where we're mining as of right now today will be impacted because we're able to spread out our mining activity to various areas and get as close as we can to the project that needs the material.
So if I heard you correctly, Commissioner Gardner, you're comfortable moving forward with a motion. Do you still want Todd to email you his PowerPoint slides? Would that be helpful to have?
Yeah, I would love. I think it'd be very helpful to have the PowerPoint slide,
that
just
okay,
so that we
Todd?
have them
You just send them
on
to us?
record if we have any further questions.
We'll send them to Dell, and I assume he can
Thank you.
distribute them in the proper place. There was one caveat to the presentation. When we provided this notice through Dell to the commission, we included all of the lands that we operate on where the ownership is Waldo, Wallace Davis family. Jim Davis is here in the audience today, his family's lands. The vested mining rights, as you know, don't just follow the landowner, they follow the mine operator. We are the mine operator as the operator of a large mine permit, the Jim Gay mine, and we have other properties with other owners and other locations that probably could have been and should have been included in this notice, and we can just do this again. The property I'm referring to is the one that we're using for the project that Richard from the Roads Department first mentioned. That one should also be included in our vested mine expansion, as it is the same mineralization as we are using on Lake Mountain. And in the presentation that I send you, you will see geologic cross sections that tie those two minerals together. I know it's 90 megabytes, sorry. I sent you a whole bunch of information, but I've broken it down in the PowerPoint presentation to 5 megabytes. So I'll pulled out the most important parts and you'll be able to see the connection. So I think at this point, what we should probably do is give Dale another notice adding those other parcels on, and we can do this again. I'm sorry to be redundant, because it does need to be expanded a bit further, but today's request is simply all of the lands that are titled under Waldo.
Okay. So is the desire to approve what we have in front of us today, or
Yes.
to?
Just
okay.
what we have
And
in
then
front of us today. And
we'll start over with the next one.
And we can start over with the next one. It's a lot less. It's only 55 acres, but
Okay.
it's the same issue and it's the same mineralization, very same geologic formation, and we'll just come back and do that again another time. It doesn't need to be done now, but we felt it's important for the Waldo properties to be established now because there's a lot of work going on with Mountain View Corridor, and Mountain View Corridor comes through virtually all of these Waldo properties. Well, not all of them, but most of them. And those mining rights need to be established prior to those changes in ownership of the property and the right-of-ways being acquired by UDOT. And also it sets us up to be able to help those projects by being nearby to provide materials to them, specifically the Mountain View Corridor. The total travel of that material will be less than a quarter of a mile as opposed to dragging it all the way through Saratoga Springs. Mm-hmm. And so that's why we're establishing those mining rights now.
Okay. Thanks, Todd. Any other questions?
Mm-hmm. I'm good.
All right. Appreciate that.
All right. I can make a motion to approve the item.
Okay. Motion to approve item 14. I'll second that. All in favor, please say aye. Aye.
Aye.
Okay, that passes. Okay, and our last agenda item today is approve a resolution appointing a replacement for Commission Seat C. It'll be great to have some help from Mr. Skylar Beltran. So we're excited to welcome him. He's got his cute family with him here today. And so, do you want a motion and an approval, and then we'll swear at him before he gets, we'll swear, he gets sworn at after he gets sworn in.
No, he has to get sworn in so that he can get sworn at.
That's what I meant.
Because once you get sworn in, then the public feels that they have all the rights to swear at you. So, all right.
Was that a motion?
I am thrilled. I've known Skylar for, almost. Because I am thrilled to have Skylar. I've known him for years. He's hardworking and he's thoughtful, and that's exactly what a commissioner needs to be. So I'm very excited and happy to make a motion to approve the nomination and accepting of the nomination of Skylar.
I'll second that. All in favor, please say aye. Aye.
Aye.
Terrific. All right. Do we know who's going to perform that? Aaron? All right. Perfect. Skylar, you want to come up and we'll get you. So many people said that in my wedding line. This is your last chance to back out.
So come in, come up here, we'll have to talk loud.
Perfect, I can do that.
I think you can go over this and do it. So, turn raise your right hand to a square and repeat after me. I state your name,
Skylar Beltran,
do solemnly swear
do solemnly swear
that I will support,
that I will support,
obey,
obey,
and defend
and defend
the Constitution of the United States
the Constitution of the United States
and the Constitution of the State of Utah,
and the Constitution of the State of Utah,
and that I will discharge
and that I will discharge
the duties
the duties
of my office
of my office
with fidelity.
with fidelity. Congratulations.
Oh, we're not quite done. Gotta get the official signature. Blue pen or black pen?
It matches my voter registration.
This is your copy because it's on nice paper, and then this is our copy. You're now official.
Thank you, Aaron. Thank you, Skylar. Now is the time where we open it up for public comment. Is there anyone that would like to address the commission at this time? Yeah, I don't see any. Commissioner Gardner, I'll entertain one final motion.
I think we should let Commissioner Beltran come up and make his first motion,
Oh, that's a great idea.
and then I'll second it.
That is a great idea. We won't have to suspend the rules, Robert's Rules of Order. Oh, those are fired up.
I move that we adjourn.
I second that motion.
We have a motion and a second. All in favor, please say aye.
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 Thank you, everyone. We are adjourned.
Well done on your first motion, Commissioner.